Hello, welcome to the Pearls of Liberty website. As an introduction to some of the ideas that we're talking about here, we do recommend that you watch this video first. Sometimes we are affronted or confronted with facts that are difficult to accept, and we reject them as false because we're not able to process them. And I'm hoping that in making you aware of that phenomenon, you will be able to overcome that and actually assimilate some of the information that we will be giving you over the weeks, and we'll see for how long. I would like to read a couple paragraphs along those lines, referring to being able to accept what you hear. This book is Political Ponerology. It's available at Amazon.com, written by Andrew M. Lobachewski, I believe is the way his name is pronounced, Lobaczewski. This is a pretty intense book, but very helpful. Contains tremendous amounts of information, and I'll just begin to read without further ado. Information selection and substitution. The existence of psychological phenomena known to pre-Freudian philosophical students of the subconscious bears repeating. Unconscious psychological processes outstrip conscious reasoning, both in time and in scope, which makes many psychological phenomena possible, including those generally described as conversive, such as subconscious blocking out of conclusions, the selection and also substitution of seemingly uncomfortable premises. We speak of blocking out conclusions if the inferential process was proper in principle and has almost arrived at a conclusion and final comprehension within the act of internal projection, but becomes stymied by a preceding directive from the subconscious, which considers it inexpedient or disturbing. This is primitive prevention of personality disintegration, which may seem advantageous. However, it also prevents all the advantages which could be derived from consciously elaborated conclusion and reintegration. A conclusion thus rejected remains in our subconscious, and in a more unconscious way causes the next blocking and selection of this kind. This can be extremely harmful, progressively enslaving a person to his own subconscious, and is often accompanied by a feeling of tension and bitterness. We speak of selection of premises whenever the feedback goes deeper into the resulting reasoning and from its database thus deletes and represses into the subconscious just that piece of information which was responsible for arriving at the uncomfortable conclusion. Our subconscious then permits further logical reasoning, except that the outcome will be erroneous in direct proportion to the actual significance of the repressed data. An ever greater number of such repressed information is collected in our subconscious memory. Finally, a kind of habit seems to take over. Similar material is treated the same way, even if reasoning would have reached an outcome quite advantageous to the person. I don't even want to comment a whole lot. I hope you will maybe listen to that a couple times if you need to. Let it percolate so that you understand that your subconscious, to a certain extent, can betray you in trying to protect you from what evidently is true. And one specific instance I would like to reference here is 9/11. People find it very difficult to believe that government officials were involved in planning and executing the fall of the towers. I'm not happy about it either, but try looking at the evidence objectively. Consider architects and engineers for 9/11 truth. They're professional men. They don't have a political, and women, they don't have a political axe to grind. They're not trying to prove anything. They're just looking at evidence. And so many Americans believe at this point that John F. Kennedy was killed not by Oswald, or not by Oswald alone. At the time, it was considered a crazy theory to believe that. With the passage of time, these things become more and more evident. The immediate reason that prevents many people from acknowledging truth, such as that connected to the events that occurred on 9/11, is due to this blocking that's referred to in this book. The information is too painful. We don't want it to be true. Therefore, our subconscious refuses to allow our conscious mind to acknowledge the truth. As you listen to our videos that we'll be putting together, try to keep an open mind. We don't want to hurt you. We don't want to give you information that's going to short circuit who you are. But Jesus said, they will know the truth, and the truth will make them free. Our desire is for you and your friends and your family, the people of the United States and the people of the world, to be set free through truth. Let us help you with that, if we can. Tell your subconscious to shut up for a minute. Look at the facts. Make a decision. Thanks.